Last week I came across an interesting news item. A parent named Chris DeOrso announced that he was running for the NY Penfield School Board. Why is this news? Because in his Facebook candidacy post, Chris introduced himself as an openly queer, vibrant member and proud supporter of the LGBTQIA community, and was wearing effeminate clothing. The Lion, a Christian-run outlet focused on gender expression and public education, responded to his announcement with an article warning against a gender-fluid drag queen running for New York school boards, and the underlying progressive trend of adults pushing their fetish onto children, which is a fairly typical conservative position. So why is it interesting? Because as a queer parent, I respect Chris's courage, and as a journalist, I would have liked to support him. As a journalist, my voice can make a difference, except it can't, because it's not really my voice, because Karma Said isn't a real person. Karma Said is the name that I made up so that I, a minor mainstream journalist and middle-aged married mother, could publish the record of my escapades as a professional dominance sex slave without paying the price of defamation, or worse yet, thrusting it on my blameless husband and kids. The solution worked, as long as I was only writing about myself. But I'm part of a bigger world, and journalist is my chosen role in it. Keeping my head down and my mouth shut while the Chris's of the world take the heat, well, that doesn't feel right. Frustrated, I turned to my master for advice. What he had to say surprised me.
As a leather person, as a person who is queer and pansexual, I don't lead with my identity, with my orientation, with my race or religion. I lead with myself. I don't go into a space and say, I'm here, I'm Joshua, and I'm a leather person. I just walk in and say, hi, I'm Joshua. On Chris's side, I understand his desire because, again, I'm working with people his age. There comes a point where you need to be the beacon of hope for other people. I personally don't think that statement was necessary. I think what I would have done in that situation is I just show up as I express myself, as I am most empowered. And when I do that, I know that there's other people out there that see my freedom in authenticity to find inspiration to be themselves.
That just frustrated me more. But the details in this article are mostly not from Chris's statement, I argued. I would like to ask that journalist where she dug up the information about him being a drag queen. But if she digs up information about me, I would be putting myself in the same kind of spotlight, and that is prohibitive, because who wants to, I cannot go through that, right? I can't be flushed out like that guy allowed himself to be flushed out. My name is not Karma Said, that's my pen name. I can't use my real name, and I can't use my real face.
So you don't want to drop it down by saying all this stuff either.
Right, so the question is there a way for me to talk about this? I could tell from Joshua's sage-like expression that he was about to get even more annoying.
You remember I told you it's a matter of when, not if.
Mm-hmm. About what?
People finding out who you are.
I couldn't help but picture my children's faces as they realized the BDSM memoir of an unfaithful wife was written by their mother, and everything that meant. I needed those faces to be older. Not yet.
Listen, hey. I didn't say anything.
Joshua nodded, smiled, and switched the cameras off.